What's up guys, and welcome back to another video from me. And today we're going to be looking at F1 2015. I've just finished downloading it. I've had a little tinker, I've had a little test race. I'm just going to do a quick review and show you guys what's included in the game and what you can do in it, and how it looks, how it drives, how it feels, and all the interesting things and the things you guys want to know before you go out and spend your hard-earned cash in it. So straight away, you can see we've got the championship season. Everybody knows what that's going to be, competing in the full championship, all the races. We've also got Pro Season, which is the Ultimate Championship Challenge, full races, quickest rivals, no assists. I haven't tried that yet, so I'm going to have a look at that at a later date, and then maybe do another video on it if you'd like to see it. Quick race is exactly what it says on the tin. It's a race that's quick, so you can set it up and do it however you want. Multiplayer, it again does what it says on the tin. Lots of players, online, racing, crashing. Crashing probably quite a lot. I haven't tested that out either, but I can guess it's going to be quite a lot of crashing. Time trial, hot lapping, just setting how fast you can go. And then we get on to My F1. So we've got all the different options here. The interesting thing is you can actually switch to a 2014 season. So you can do 2014 season or the 2015 season with all the car lineup and car rosters that you see from the respective season that you're racing in. So that's pretty cool. You can also set your nationality and other bits and bobs. But what we'll quickly go over is settings. Audio settings are pretty standard. It's just how it is. I turn the music off. One, for YouTube copyright infringement rules, and two, because I don't particularly like menu music as a whole. But you can customise your controls. I'm going to show you the driving controls now. This is what I'm using. I'm using my Thrustmaster TX wheel, and yes, I know it says Fanatec Xbox One Universal Hub. I don't know what the Xbox One Universal Hub thing is and why it's got Fanatec there, but that's what it picked up when my wheel was plugged in, and this is what I've got it set up as, and this is what works. So if it works for my TX, hopefully it'll work for your TX as well. Haven't changed any of the button assignments or anything like that, so it's all pretty standard. Advanced wheel settings, this is what I've got it set up as. So if you're having any issues or can't quite set your steering up, give this a go. I'm not going to say it's going to be perfect for you, but it may help. The only things I've really got above zero is steering linearity and brake linearity. Those are two I've changed. That works out pretty well for me. It handles pretty damn good. The physics aren't too bad in this game anyway. I was quite pleasantly surprised. I don't know what it's going to be like with the controller. Haven't tried it with the controller, so I don't know. But from a wheel point of view, it works pretty damn good. Force feedback, I've got it on. 80 strength, environmental feedback at 70, and the wheel weight at 65. So what we're going to do is, now we've gone over those and you guys can copy those settings if you're having problems setting your wheel up, we're going to go and we're going to try a quick race. So we've got all the circuits on here, as you can see. I'm not going to read them off one by one. If you're an F1 fan, you will know what they are, but the one we're going to do is the one track that I probably know the best, and the one track that I probably raced the most is Monza. In Italy, and 11 turns.
This is the fastest
5.793 kilometres, 3.5 miles, lap record 121.046. I can't actually get anywhere near 121. I don't know if that's, I think that's the forever lap record, so I'm not sure if the modern day F1 cars actually get anywhere near that anyway. But we're going to go in, you can see you've got all the teams on here as well, so everything is represented accordingly. We are going to choose a Mercedes, we're going to choose Mr. Hamilton, and we're going to go through. So practice wise, you can say it's 15 minutes short qualifying. Well, this goes up to 60 minutes, so you can set that how you want. Qualifying wise, you've got none, one shot qualifying, short qualifying and full qualifying. We're going to leave it as short qualifying. Race distance is going to be 5 laps. Weather, you've got all the different options for weather. I'm going to try and cover some of the rain ones later on because I don't think it will rain in Italy, but we're going to leave it as dynamic just in case it does change. Race settings, we've got the AI driver level on hard, flashbacks off, everything else on and off respective. We're going to leave damages off because I don't know, I don't want to get destroyed in the first corner and then have to start this video all over again. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to leave it as off, and I might do a crash test video actually and to see what the damage is like on it. Assist wise, we're running on elite, so everything off and manual gears, and that pretty much covers it. So we're going to start off, we're going to get into game, and we are going to see hopefully how we do.
Welcome to the north of Italy, where today's practice session is about to start for this weekend's Italian Grand Prix.
Okay, so here we are in the pits. As you can see, we are sat in car with lots of people standing around us. What we can do is we can have a look at the setup, and if we press Y, this gentleman will come and hand us a fancy iPad where we can see lots of interesting information. So you've got the compounds, you've got options, you've got prime, intermediates and wets. We're going to stay with prime. You've got your 4 tyres, so it tells you as you use each one up what condition they're in. There are tuning options. If we click on it, you have a preset, so you've got maximum downforce all the way up to maximum top speed, which is the one we are going to use for Monza, being a high speed track. But you can click on it, and these are the tuning options that you have within the game to be able to change. I'm not going to change any of these now, I'm just going to run with the stock setup. And you can see you can change quite a few things: fuel load, ballast, front tyre pressure, suspension, anti-roll bars, camber, tow, all pretty much the stock stuff that you would be able to change in most games. So we are going to go out in a moment, just in case you can hear my speakers in the background. I'm going to turn that down. We're going to go out on track. You can either start with a flying lap, or you can drive out. But what I'm going to show you first, actually, is if we go to session info, got all the standard stuff, so you can see the track map, see where everybody is on track, what the weather forecast is going to be like for the next 10, 20, 30 minutes. Also see what lap times everybody's doing and seeing where you're ahead or behind on which part of the track. And then we've got this, which is kind of cool. You can kind of skip between cars, see how they're all doing, see how they're all racing, skip to all the cameras, which again is pretty cool. I quite like that. Like a live TV feed. Well, in fact, it is a live TV feed, it says so on the screen. But we're going to go out on track. You can do a flying lap, or you can drive out. We will take the drive out option. And hopefully we should be able to do pretty damn good.
Try to take it easy for a couple of laps.
Okay, so let's get ready to go. This is going to take in the tyre warmers off for us, let us out the pits. Now with the pits, you can also set it to manually drive out, or get the computer to do it for you. At the moment, we're going to get the computer to do it for us, just because I want to test that out a little bit more and not smash it into the wall leaving the pits. But that is an option in game as well. You can have manual control. In most racing games, I like to have the in-car view, and you'll probably see on screen, you see lots of little white dots look like snow. Those don't appear in-game. I don't know if it's something to do with the encoding of this video, but those don't appear when you're actually playing the game. So for the purpose of the game, ignore them. They may well show up in this video, but they're not in the game. Camera view wise, this is the camera I found to be the best, just above the driver's head. I do have a tendency to use in-car cameras for most games, but for this one I seem to get on better with this one a little bit more, gives it a bit more visibility down the road. Physics wise, this game is surprisingly rather good. The cars are ridiculously grippy, as you would expect. You do lose the back end now and again if you get on the throttle too early or too aggressively, and you do have to work to save it. We have DRS allowed as well, as you can see bottom right hand corner with the green DRS symbol. We are now using it. And that's enabled during practice sessions and qualifying, and then obviously in race if you're within the 1 second rule of the car in front. But for this, what we're going to do is just going to do one quick lap to show you guys a quick idea of how the game looks, ignoring the white spots that look like snow on the track. And then we're going to hit back into the pits, and we're going to go straight into race. We're going to start from the back of the grid. Hopefully it'll give you guys some enjoyable racing, some overtaking to watch, and hopefully it should be a lot of fun. So, yeah, bomb it into the pits. We ultimately seem to shoot down to whatever speed limit is, and then into the pits at 1,000,000 miles an hour and stop instantly. So it's not super realistic for that part, but it's bearable. I'm not going to criticise it too much. Overall, this game, I do actually quite like it from what I've shown you so far. I was impressed once I set the steering up, the handling of it, it did work pretty damn well. So we're going to leave it here. I'm going to fast forward and do a nice little fancy cut into the race, and I'll see you back on track in a moment.
The time has come for the drivers to put all they've learnt this weekend into reality. It's time for the Italian Grand Prix.
Okay then, so here we are on the grid. We're just going to click start race. Right at the back, a lot of work to do, starting P20. Apparently we've got to get into top 9, which is going to be quite challenging 5 laps, but we'll give it everything we can. And a little bit of wheel spin off the line there, having to come off the gas and dropping back a little bit. AI in this game, this is on the hard setting as I said earlier. they don't seem too bad. They don't seem to just drive into you, which is a definite good point. They seem to be aware of where you are on track. They will try and squeeze you a little bit, which I like, make it a bit more challenging to overtake them. The corners, they're not the fastest. For some of the slower corners, you can seem to make up quite a bit of ground on them, and in the braking zones and on the straights, they seem to pull away quite easily. This car is set up with the low downforce setting. There is a bit more downforce it can take off, so that's what it might be. But I've just got the bog standard low downforce, which I think is out of 10. The aero's on 2, so I can adjust it a little bit more, and I can mess around the gears if I wanted to, under the settings to try and get a bit more top speed out of it. But they do seem to pull away in certain parts, not all the time. It's just here and there, so it may be part of the game. That you can see on the side just pop up then is a little requester type thing, so you can find out where your teammate is, who is in front of you, call your pit stop, ask how many laps between the scheduled pit stop, the track conditions, the weather conditions, all those different things, and you can actually use Connect to control that as well. So you just press that, say what you want to say, and it'll do it for you. So it's like a proper comms section with the pit crew, which is pretty damn cool. It says my Connect wasn't calibrated properly, and I couldn't be bothered to go through the whole calibration routine to test it out, but it looks like it could be pretty good if you're into that sort of communications with the pit crew. Gives a bit more realism to the game. Again, still seeing loads of these little white dots, but these aren't in the game at all. It must just be the rendering of this video. I don't know why it does it on this, because it doesn't do it on any other games. So it's a bit of a strange one. I'm lost on words for that one. But yeah, overall, the game that I've played so far, I have quite enjoyed it. This is only a 5-lap race, but it was quite an enjoyable race. I haven't played 2014, I haven't played F1 2013, so I didn't really know what to expect from this game. But from first impressions, I actually quite like it, and I think it could be quite entertaining. If you're an F1 fan, the handling wise and the controls for a wheel user, which is what I was using with this, not the controllers, so I don't know about controllers, it was pretty damn good once I got it set up, and it is very, very enjoyable as a whole, as an experience, as a game itself, which is why we all play games. We all play games to have fun and have enjoyable experiences, and this actually gave me a smile at the end. Even though I didn't finish first and I didn't win the race, I still had an enjoyable race. So there you go, guys. I'm going to leave you with the full race of this. There's lots of close overtaking, lots of close racing, so I hope you enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts and your comments on just going to get squeezed there on F1 2015. It should be pretty damn good. I'll try and do a few more videos, give you a bit more of an insight with the weather and maybe crash physics and stuff like that, a few of the tracks. And enjoy, guys. So don't forget to give it a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new to my channel. Join the Stig Army. It's growing above the 10k mark now, so let's see if we can keep that going. And until my next video, guys, I'll see you all soon.